What are you, class 3 sexual predator?
Tier 1.
Was tier 1's the highest and worst?
No,
I'm the lowest.
I'm the lowest. Your child's life.
Do you think you're the devil himself?
No, but I do have a good mirror.
It's a serious question. Do you think you're the devil himself?
I don't know. Why would you say that?
Because you have all the attributes. You're incredibly smart. You remember the devil is somebody
the
knows.
Smart?
The devil's brilliant. You read Milton's Paradise Lost.
No, the devil scares me.
Wait, so you know how we all thought the Epstein controversy was only going to end with Diddy and Jay-Z being called out for their alleged shady behavior? Well, hold on, because the story is being described as even darker. Reports and online speculation now claim that a number of young, up-and-coming actors and actresses were allegedly exploited within the entertainment industry or, in some claims, taken to Epstein Island in exchange for career opportunities and success. One of the names that has reportedly surfaced in these discussions is Bryshere Gray. While these allegations continue to circulate online, many of the claims remain unverified, and there's been no conclusive evidence publicly confirming that Gray was involved in the way these rumors suggest. Even so, the growing speculation has fueled widespread debate across social media, with many people questioning what really happened behind the scenes in Hollywood and whether more information could eventually come to light.
Very appreciative of the response people are giving, and people saying they love the show, they love the music, and they're feeling very inspired from the characters.
Meet Bryshere Gray, 21-year-old actor and rapper, and is one of the fresh faces on Fox's hit show Empire.
When I was 16 years old, me and my mom would pack up a small Camry car, and we would drive to Michigan, and we'll drive to Wisconsin and stuff like that, and I'll go perform for high schools for free.
According to claims that have circulated online, it was during the time the show was being filmed that Bryshere Gray's behavior reportedly began to change for the worse. Some rumors have even alleged that Terrence Howard and Taraji P. Henson tried to encourage him to get help, but by that point, they believed he was already struggling deeply. These claims, however, have not been independently verified. Stories like these often get tied to broader conversations about the entertainment industry. Over the years, several high-profile comedians and entertainers, including Cat Williams and Dave Chappelle, have publicly shared their own views about the pressures and demands they believe exist behind the scenes in Hollywood. Their comments have fueled ongoing debates about the sacrifices some performers feel they are expected to make in order to reach or maintain success. Dave Chappelle has also spoken publicly about walking away from his hit television show and leaving the United States after turning down a reported $50 million deal. He has said that his decision was driven by concerns about the direction of his career and the intense pressure he was experiencing. Chappelle has explained that he believed accepting the deal would have come at a personal cost he wasn't willing to pay, and he has reflected on feeling that he needed to step away before becoming consumed by the industry. His comments continue to spark discussion among fans who question what really happens behind closed doors in Hollywood, even though many of the broader claims circulating online remain matters of speculation rather than established fact.
What's going on? Why is Dave Chappelle going to Africa? Why does Mariah Carey make a $100 million deal and take her clothes off on TRL? A weak person cannot get to sit here and talk to you. Ain't no weak people talking to you. So what is happening in Hollywood? Nobody knows. The worst thing to call somebody is crazy, is dismissive. I don't understand this person, so they're crazy. That's bullshit. These people are not crazy, they're strong people. Maybe the environment is a little sick. Newsweek, it's a very credible magazine. And they're saying, maybe I smoke crack, and it was all innuendo. And the magazine is credible as Newsweek. I was very surprised that this was happening. And the higher up I go, for some reason,
Bryshere Gray's name has been coming up more and more in recent discussions because many people feel there are still unanswered questions about his story. Some argue that Hollywood should not be blamed, claiming that Gray was reportedly dealing with mental health challenges even before he landed the role of Hakeem Lion on Empire. According to that perspective, he was already struggling personally and hoped the success of the show would create even more opportunities for his career. They believe that when the Jussie Smollett controversy overshadowed the series and Empire eventually came to an end, Gray had a difficult time coping with the sudden change, and his life reportedly began to unravel. However, others point to a different timeline. They note that many of Gray's reported struggles appeared to become more visible after his associations with Will Smith and, later, Diddy had ended. This sequence of events has fueled speculation online, although no evidence has publicly established a connection between those relationships and Gray's personal challenges. Jaguar Wright has been one of the most outspoken figures discussing Gray's situation. She has claimed that those around him, including people close to him, gradually distanced themselves, making it easier for the public to view him as unstable and difficult after he was no longer part of certain influential circles. These allegations remain unverified, but they have continued to circulate across social media and entertainment commentary channels. According to Taraji P. Henson, Jaguar Wright was not the only person expressing concern about Gray's well-being. When news surfaced that Gray had begun pursuing a different line of work, actor and choreographer Darren Henson, best known for his role in Soul Food, shared that he had warned the young actor years earlier to be cautious about the entertainment industry. Henson recalled telling Gray to protect himself because, in his opinion, the industry would not always look out for him when challenges arose. He emphasized that people often celebrate someone's success on the way up, but are quick to criticize them when things begin to fall apart, adding that the most important thing is to protect yourself, because no one else can do it for you. Cat Williams has also spoken publicly over the years about what he believes are troubling experiences within the entertainment industry. In interviews, he has claimed that early in his career, former film producer Harvey Weinstein allegedly attempted to pressure him into an uncomfortable situation. Williams has said he refused and immediately walked away, later using his experience as an example of why entertainers should be cautious about the pressures they may face while pursuing success. His comments, like many others surrounding Hollywood, have contributed to ongoing public debate, although they should not be interpreted as evidence that the same circumstances applied to Bryshere Gray's situation.
People say that. He lost $50 million.
Some online commentators have claimed that Taraji P. Henson believes powerful figures in Hollywood may have played a role in Bryshere Gray's downward spiral. According to these claims, Gray found himself surrounded by influential people from every direction, with some critics placing particular focus on Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith. However, there is no verified public evidence that Taraji has directly blamed them for Gray's personal struggles, and such claims remain unconfirmed. The story often shared online begins with Gray's former manager, Charlie Mack, who reportedly introduced the young actor to Will Smith and Diddy as part of what was described as a mentorship opportunity. Charlie Mack and Will Smith have known each other for decades. Mack once worked as Smith's bodyguard, and the two have maintained a close friendship over the years. Their relationship was well known, even inspiring Will Smith's song, Charlie Mack, First Out of the Limo, which reflected their longtime bond. When Charlie Mack connected Bryshere Gray with Will Smith and Diddy, many believed it would be a career-defining opportunity. The expectation was that Gray would receive guidance from two of the biggest names in entertainment and be positioned for even greater success. Over time, however, some online personalities began speculating that the mentorship involved more than what was publicly presented. Those allegations have never been substantiated, and no credible evidence has been released to support those claims. Because of everything that happened later in Gray's life, some people have questioned whether the outcome should have come as a surprise. Others argue that it is unfair to draw conclusions without verified facts, noting that personal struggles can stem from many different circumstances. Diddy, despite his long-standing reputation as one of the music industry's most influential executives, has also been the subject of numerous rumors and allegations over the years. Their relationship was well known, even inspiring Will Smith's song, Charlie Mack, First Out of the Limo, which reflected their longtime bond. When Charlie Mack connected Bryshere Gray with Will Smith and Diddy, many believed it would be a career-defining opportunity. The expectation was that Gray would receive guidance from two of the biggest names in entertainment and be positioned for even greater success. Over time, however, some online personalities began speculating that the mentorship involved more than what was publicly presented. Those allegations have never been substantiated, and no credible evidence has been released to support those claims. Because of everything that happened later in Gray's life, some people have questioned whether the outcome should have come as a surprise. Others argue that it is unfair to draw conclusions without verified facts, noting that personal struggles can stem from many different circumstances. Diddy, despite his long-standing reputation as one of the music industry's most influential executives, has also been the subject of numerous rumors and allegations over the years. Among them have been unverified claims regarding how he allegedly treated certain people within the entertainment business and how he exercised influence over those around him. These accusations have fueled years of speculation, but many remain disputed or unproven. Television and radio personality Wendy Williams frequently discussed rumors surrounding Diddy during her broadcasting career. She was known for openly commenting on celebrity gossip and controversies, sometimes making claims that generated significant public attention. Over the years, some fans have speculated that her willingness to discuss certain topics created tension between her and Diddy. However, there is no verified evidence that Diddy was responsible for her departure from Hot 97, despite that claim continuing to circulate in online discussions.
Right out of there. Weinstein before the day.
According to online claims, when Bryshere Gray was introduced to Diddy, Diddy was allegedly already under federal scrutiny over accusations involving underage boys. However, there is no verified evidence supporting that timeline, and those allegations were not publicly established at the time. Some commentators claim the story never gained widespread media attention because Diddy allegedly had enough influence to keep it out of the spotlight, though that assertion also remains unverified.
Did you get fired for making fun of Puffy?
Yeah, by Hot 97. I had to fight a lawsuit. You know what it all came down to? It
came down to gay rappers. That's what it was.
Gay rappers and exposing. Once upon a time, there was a girl named Wendy. And she was on the radio talking all this way back in the day. I've been telling you things for years, but you don't want to hear. So, all right, fine. And I don't understand parents who unleash their kids. Oh. It's just a deeply moving story to me, because I know.
According to some online claims, the same way Diddy allegedly managed to secure the silence of certain people in the media and those around him was also the way they reportedly brought Bryshere Gray's mother over to their side. These claims, however, remain unverified and have not been substantiated with public evidence.
But I uncovered some research that he linked up with Will Smith's manager back in the day from Philly. Yes. And that really started his progress. But how do you know as a mother if your child is linking up with the right people or when you should keep them close or let them go?
Well, we're close. We're a close-knit family. I brought his manager on to help get him to where he is, but I managed him first, and artists developed him, and then we got a call through his manager asking if they had anyone that would want to audition for the role. Once he auditioned, he took off from there.
That was it.
Jaguar writers claimed that Bryshere Gray's mother, Andrea, was once deeply worried about her son and allegedly reached out to her for advice. According to Wright, she urged Andrea to distance Bryshere from Charlie Mack and Will Smith. Wright further alleged that Andrea later changed course and allowed those relationships to continue for several more years, until, in Wright's view, there was very little left of the young actor. These claims have not been independently verified or publicly substantiated.
Saw what Charlie Mack and them were doing. He knew they were taking those young boys to Diddy. They all knew.
And girl, if you think that was shocking, wait until you hear what Will Smith's former friend, Brother Bilal, has claimed. According to him, Charlie Mack was more than just Will Smith's friend, alleging they had been intimate on multiple occasions. He also claimed that Will had a similar relationship with Dwayne Martin. Brother Bilal further alleged that Bryshere Gray was brought into that same environment. These allegations have been publicly disputed and remain unverified, with no credible evidence establishing them as fact.
Somebody stole 2 hard drives from Jada's house. So now we get into why she's even more mad. Jada would watch at the houses. She had her laptop. She would stick her hard drive in, right? Boom, and hook it up to the TV. And she could play whatever video she watching. So I'm seeing videos of her and Will and a bunch of some celebrities, everything. Because remember, the last interview I told you, if you don't sue me, I'm gonna let people know who you've been hitting with them dildos. And I said, if you don't sue, I'm gonna sue. So I told you, being Muslim, whatever I say I'm gonna do, that's what I'm gonna do, period. And I gotta have evidence. So she's sitting down here watching, playing with herself, high as a kite, right? Not caring who's in the house, whether kids watching, nothing. She's in her own world. So that's how I was able to see the tapes. I saw them, and I saw some things that were unreal, and I saw celebrities on the tape.
Ooh.
I'm under penalty of perjury. If anything in here is a lie, my ass going to jail, period. There's no if, there's no end.
According to claims circulating online, Taraji P., Henson believed that whatever Bryshere Gray experienced had a profound impact on him, affecting him in ways many people may never fully understand. When the two first met on the set of Empire, they reportedly formed a close bond. Because Gray was young, ambitious, and eager to grow as an actor, Taraji often shared advice, encouraged him professionally, and even brought him meals on set to make sure he knew he had someone looking out for him. Those gestures reflected the supportive relationship they were said to have developed during their time working together.
Makes mac and cheese, 3 cheese mac and cheese, and brings it to set. Is that true?
Sometimes she do bring food.
So she brings food to the set?
But me personally, for me, her meatloaf is the best.
She brings meatloaf to set?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
what else? Wait, so she's like the real mom on set?
She's like a real mother, you know? It's like, it's crazy. It's crazy. So, learn from Taraji and Terrence, and they're the best in the game, so
yeah.
You know, it's improving my acting skills as well.
During her time on Empire, Taraji P., Henson was balancing the hit series with several other acting projects, so it reportedly took some time before she realized Bryshere Gray was struggling with more than just the pressures of becoming a young Hollywood star. According to online claims, Taraji was among the first people to reach out to Gray and may have even contacted his mother, Andrea, hoping to encourage him to get the support he needed. These claims, however, have not been independently verified. Some commentators have further alleged that Gray's mother eventually accepted the public narrative surrounding her son's reported mental health struggles rather than actively challenging it. Those allegations remain unsubstantiated. According to these same claims, Taraji later came to believe that Gray's situation was far more complicated than it appeared. Supporters of this theory argue that he became tied to contracts, professional relationships, and mentorships that left him with little room to advocate for himself or make independent decisions. There is no verified evidence publicly confirming these assertions. As the public narrative surrounding Gray continued to evolve, those close to him were reportedly limited in what they could do. According to the speculation, Taraji wanted to support him behind the scenes, but once perceptions about him had taken hold, there was only so much influence she could realistically have. Even today, many questions surrounding Gray's experience remain unanswered, continuing to fuel discussion and speculation online.
I felt like the industry was pitting us against each other, like only one could win at a time, and I always believed that the core of my being is that there's always room for us all. There's room for us to coexist on this earth. So why isn't there enough stories? We have enough stories to tell.
The internet has echoed many of the theories being discussed online, with some people pointing to the release of Epstein-related documents as a reason they are more skeptical of powerful celebrities. Others continue to support Jaguar Wright's claims, while many argue that her allegations remain unverified and should be viewed with caution. Some commenters have also expressed concern about the role parents may play in protecting young entertainers, though these opinions reflect personal views rather than established facts. Others dispute the idea that Bryshere Gray showed no signs of personal struggles before entering the entertainment industry. Ultimately, much of the conversation remains speculative and many questions are still unanswered. What do you think about it all? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, baddies.